We're going to take a few moments to explore the new Google Drive that has been released on our Google Apps for Education domain. What I have pulled up right now is the old Google Drive. So this is probably the one that you're used to seeing. One thing that I want you to do right now, and take a note of this because this is incredibly important, you need to go to the button up here on the right, the little gear. You need to drop that down and you need to select Upload Settings. You need to make sure that the top option is selected, the one that says Convert Uploaded Files to Google Docs Format. There are a lot of you at Gehring that still need to upload some Word docs and PowerPoint files and some things like that. And when we go to the new Google Drive, there is not an option for making that change happen automatically. So this is going to save you tons of time in the long run. So make sure you have Convert Uploaded Files to Google Docs Format checked on the old Google Drive. If you have been forced into the new Google Drive and you're not quite sure how to go back, here's how you do it. Click the gear again and it'll say go back to the old drive, and click that and then go through and select your the option to convert your uploaded files from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Experience the New Drive. And you can tell right off the bat, there are some things that are similar, but for the most part, it looks really different from the old drive. So I'm going to just show you some of the highlights here and just take it one step at a time, and hopefully I hit all the important things here. To create a new document in Drive, it's still pretty much the same process that it's always been. You can drop in folders now, which I thought was kind of an interesting and fairly easy way to upload files. So if you actually have folders that you are full of Word documents and PowerPoints and spreadsheets and things like that, you can literally drop that file into here and it will upload it for you. You can upload a single file and you can also upload a single folder. The main options that you'll probably select most often are going to be docs and slides and probably maybe sheets from time to time. But if you want to create a Google form or a drawing or some other things like that, they're in there as well. We've decided to add Lucidchart, LucidPress, MindMeister, and Pear Deck, and we can talk about those at a later date. You have lots of different options from here for how you can look at your documents and your folders. Right now, I am in the grid view, but if you want to go to a list view, you can certainly do that as well. And this just shows you your folders are on top, and then your documents are below that. And there's lots of different ways to sort them. So let's kind of look at that. But before I show you that, I also want to show you this little button here, the View Details. When that is selected, it shows the details and what folders your documents are in and all kinds of things like that on the right-hand side over here. So if I were to select this presentation sheet, it's going to show me who created it, when it was created, different things like that. So that might be important to keep that on depending on what project you're working on. And the details view is also available in the grid. So either way, I really kind of like the grid view. I'm fairly visual, so I like to see kind of a little snapshot of what I'm looking for. So there are some buttons up here that I want to show you. You can, when you've selected a document, so I'll just stay on this presentation sheet, you can create a link right from here to this document. So if I were to share this with you right now, it's a locked document. Only a couple people have access to this. So if I were to share this with maybe the entire staff here at Gehring, I would want to make sure that my document is set to public. We have it set to where by default, all of the documents you create are private and you are the only one that has access to it until you share those with either your colleagues or your students or whomever you decide to share those with. But you have total control over those settings. So let me click that document again, and you'll notice these buttons don't show up unless a document is actually selected. So if they're not there, just make sure you select your document and edit from there. So I'm presentation selected, and I can click on the sharing settings and it shows me who has access to this. And right now it's only to me. So if I wanted to add someone, I could have added them back here, or I can click on the sharing settings and I can invite people from here, or I can change the settings on my document without even having to open it, which is a huge time saver, and that's a very, very big change over the old documents. Oops, let me click out of that. Done. I can also click on a document, and without opening it, I can actually preview it. And from preview mode, I have a couple different things I can do. I can download it, I can share it, I can print it, I can tell it what I want it to open with. There's all kinds of options from here. I can also throw something away if I choose to do that. So there's also a few sorting options. I like to have mine sorted by last modified because I seem to find that the documents I'm working on, I'm kind of working on them for a few days at a time, so I find it easier to sort by last modified, so they're always at the top of my list. I can also sort by last edited by me, last opened by me, and then by name. So however you want to do that and customize that for you, it's all up to you. So I hope this helps give you a little bit of an idea what Google Docs looks like, the new Drive. And like I said, if you're not quite comfortable with it yet, you can always leave the new Drive and go back to the old one. But just a word of warning, eventually we will not have the option to go back to the old one. So if you're not familiar with Google Drive, it's probably best to go ahead and get acclimated to the new one before you have to switch and find that you're really frustrated. So good luck, and if you need any help at all, please feel free to contact me.